It's that time of year again, folks. The time of year where gamers get their speculation hats on and every rumor and little bit of hearsay that gets whispered on forums looks completely legitimate. That's right, we're gearing up for E3. It's going to be a defining year for the conference as big names like Sony and EA are either pulling out entirely or limiting their involvement, but there are still plenty of unannounced games to get excited about. I can dream about Knack 3 or Mad Max 2, but not all of the rumors are as solid as one another, so let's pass out the dreams from the facts surrounding the biggest rumors and try to figure out which projects will be revealed come June. I'm Josh from WhatCulture.com and this is E3 2019, 10 major games that might be revealed. Number 10, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis Remake. Capcom are practically waving this one in our faces at this point. Sly tweets and the huge success of Resident Evil 2's remake have all but confirmed that a remake of the third game is in development. And with how similar certain aspects of Resident Evil 2 and 3 are, it would only make sense for the remake of the third game to be released fairly soon. Because 3 also takes place in Raccoon City and with the third-person perspective absolutely nailed in the second game, you'd assume that development on this remake would be a lot faster than that on the second. Don't get me wrong, it's still going to take a lot of hard work, but Nemesis won't take as long to create as RE2. Still, it's no doubt a couple of years out yet, considering the latest game just shipped, but an announcement wouldn't be out of the question. After all, Resident Evil 2 was revealed when it was nothing more than a logo. There's always the issue of Resident Evil 8 needing to come at some point, but either way, expect something Resi related at E3. And let's just hope it's not Operation Raccoon City 2. Number 9, Batman Court of Owls. Can this rumor finally be put to rest, please, for the sake of mine and Ewan's health? It seems like we're hearing rumors about a brand new Batman game every other month or so, and we just want to officially see it now. Please, Warner Brothers, help the guy out. A lot of this anticipation has been due to the fact that it's one of gaming's worst secrets at this point. The Rocksteady Batman games were some of the best superhero games of all time, and it only makes sense that Warner Brothers would want to make more. The main focus of these rumors is that it will be a take on the Court of Owls storyline, which is one of the best Batman stories out there and a perfect fit for a Batman game. Rumors have also suggested that it'll feature more of the Bat family as playable characters, the Batwing, and a much bigger open world. There are so many leaked details surrounding this game that it's impossible to sift through what's real and what isn't, so it's time we found out for sure. Number 8, Rocksteady's next game. Speaking of Batman, it's about time we also learn what the hell Rocksteady have been working on for 5 years now. Although this has long been rumored to be a Superman game, this has actually been debunked by Rocksteady themselves, although they would say that, wouldn't they? Instead, the rumors now suggest that it might actually be a Justice League game, but at this point, who freaking knows? The game might not even have anything to do with DC, and Superman and Justice League might just be a bunch of wishful thinking on our part, but it is clear that the next project is going to be something big. A recent job listing on Rocksteady's website showed that the company is hiring for a global marketing campaign, which is more than enough evidence to suggest that we might indeed be seeing their next project at E3. This job listing also suggests that the marketing campaign is for a AAA game that is very high profile, which does admittedly make it sound more like a Justice League game than anything else. Either way, it's been over 4 years since we heard anything from Rocksteady, and the time is now right. Number 7, Watch Dogs 3. This one is pretty much locked in at this point, especially if you've been following Ubisoft's release schedule this year. Watch Dogs 2 came out back in 2016 again, which means there's been more than enough time between entries. It's also one of Ubisoft's big franchises now, even after the softer sales of the second game, which means they are almost definitely working on it. It's been rumored for a while now though, and the biggest leaks so far have detailed that the game will take place in London and will have a customizable protagonist, something similar to Far Cry 5. More than anything else though, I want to see the return of the Dead Set gang and a much bigger focus on non-lethal stealth, which was a surprisingly great gameplay element in Watch Dogs 2. I might be biased as well because I'm from the UK, but a hacking game set in one of the most surveillance-heavy cities in the entire world sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Number 6, Fable 4. Another one of gaming's worst kept secrets comes in the form of Fable 4. After the cancellation of Fable Legends, it was easy to assume that we wouldn't be seeing a new Fable game for quite some time, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Rumors have suggested that a new Fable game is being developed under the codename Wisdom by Playground Games, the creators of the Forza Horizon series. Despite these leaks pretty much confirming the game's existence, it's also been said that the game is extremely early in development and likely won't be released until the next generation comes around. That may makes it much more likely to appear at this year's E3, however, as it's likely that Microsoft will be showing off their next generation plans for the first time. It might not be a grand unveiling and we might not even see the console, but Sony have talked about the PS5, so we know the machines are just around the corner. It's a shame that Lionhead Studios won't be developing this title, but at least we might be getting a proper entry in the franchise after so long. Number 5, Splinter Cell. When Ubisoft announced that they'd be revealing a new game the other week, it was easy to assume that it was going to be Splinter Cell. That sadly didn't pan out as we thought it would though, and Ghost Recon Breakpoint was revealed instead, with more details promised at E3. Although this may seem like bad news, this actually makes a big reveal of Splinter Cell at E3 more likely. If Ubisoft are willing to reveal one of their biggest games this year before the conference, that must mean they have a pretty packed presentation coming up. A new Splinter Cell has been hinted at for the past couple of years now, most notably when it was listed by Walmart Canada last year. Every other game in that leak has come to fruition in one way or another, which means that the next Splinter Cell has to be coming sooner or later, or at least that's what I keep telling myself. Sam deserves better. Please come back. Number 4, BIOSHOCK 4. A new BIOSHOCK game is something that we've been wanting for years now, and it looks like it might finally be happening sooner rather than later. Interviews with other studios have revealed that a top-secret 2K game is being developed under the name Parkside. Although there aren't any more details surrounding this mysterious title, it's generally been accepted that it's a brand new entry in the BIOSHOCK series. The team working on it is supposedly very small, but that doesn't mean the game can't be at least announced at E3. With Borderlands 3 coming out this year, 2K are going to want to keep fans excited for future releases, and a new BIOSHOCK seems like the most likely title in development. With Sony skipping E3 this year, it makes sense for this one to appear at Microsoft's conference, possibly even showing off the power of next-generation consoles. Number 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Now this is the Call of Duty we all want to see. Infinity Ward are the next developer in line for the yearly Call of Duty release, which points to one likely conclusion: Modern Warfare 4. With the huge success of Black Ops 4, Call of Duty is in the strongest position it has been in years now. All eyes are on the franchise to deliver another great game, and Modern Warfare 4 would definitely fulfill that need. Although a new Modern Warfare gets rumored practically every single year, there have been so many hints this time around that we really can't see it going any other way. Hopefully, this year's installment will put a greater focus on the single-player campaign, as well as tightening up the multiplayer experience overall, and hell, I'd even take a blackout mode coming back in the style of Modern Warfare's aesthetics. And as an extra prediction, we wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if a remaster of Modern Warfare 2 came bundled with a special edition of the next entry. Just don't hold it to ransom next time, Activision. I swear to God, I will not be happy. Number 2, the Avengers project. Okay, technically the Avengers project has already been revealed at E3 2017, yada yada yada, but we haven't actually seen anything about the game since. Consequently, that's why we're placing all bets on the Avengers project being one of the bigger focuses of Square Enix E3 presentation. We've had no information about the project since it was announced, with only one vague CG trailer to draw from, and that's it. We know it's being developed by Crystal Dynamics and the Avengers are broken up, but that's literally all we know. Still, even with that little bit of information, we're already on board with this one. Although Final Fantasy VII will likely take the majority of Square's attention this year, this really does need to make an appearance. At the very least, we expect to see a big update on how the game is doing, and maybe get an idea of what it's actually going to play like. With the huge success of Endgame, there's really no better time to show this one off. Number 1, Harry Potter Magic Awakened. If you listen very, very closely, you can always hear Rich Hudson having a bit of a sex wee every time the words Harry Potter and Magic Awakened are said together. Yeah, it's a horrible thought, isn't it? And if there's one game we're almost certain will be unveiled at E3 2019, it's this leaked Harry Potter RPG. Now, I know what you're thinking. When you hear that a full-fledged Harry Potter RPG is in development, it's easy to be skeptical. Fans have been wanting this game for years now, which makes it all the more unlikely. However, a video circulating the web a couple months ago seemed to reveal just that. An anonymous leaker revealed the trailer, which seemed to show an explorable Hogwarts, a creative protagonist, and plenty of spell-casting action. To make matters worse, Warner Brothers themselves ended up taking the video down, and ours as well, which covered the news, but no, we're not still bitter. If anything, that that's all but official confirmation that it was indeed legitimate. More and more gameplay and plot details have leaked as time has gone on, but there's been a suspicious lack of information over the past couple of months, which means that an E3 reveal is looking more and more likely. So those are our predictions for E3 2019. I hope none of these are debunked or anything between this video being made and it going live, but either way, I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. What are you excited to see this year, and do you believe that any of these games will actually show up? Either way, while you're down there, can you give us a like, share, subscribe, and head over to WhatCulture.com for more listening news like this every single day, even if you don't, though. I've been Josh, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.